Good evening, I'm Patrick Sturgeon. All eyes were on Milwaukee tonight as Paul Molitor was looking for hit number 36. That's 36 consecutive hits if you haven't been following the hottest story of the summer. The beat continued when Molitor wrapped this fifth-inning single off Kansas City's Charlie Leibrandt to extend his hitting streak to 36 games. The Brew Crew went on to win it 10-5.
It seems like every day gets a little bit tougher. There's been a lot of media attention given to the streak, and, you know, if I have a chance someday maybe to get up there 39-40, starting with Tuesday night, you know, it'll be a great honor. But again, it'll be something I'm sure when I'm through with my career and look back at personal accomplishments, this hitting streak will be right up there near the top.
Mike Easler's ninth-inning solo homer was just icing on the cake as the Yankees shut out the A's 4-0. Taking a look at the American League scoreboard, Detroit got by Cleveland. The Tigers still lead the East by 1 game. Boston outslugged Minnesota behind Don Baylor's 12th career Grand Slam. California knocked Toronto out of a first-place tie with a 5-2 victory. Baltimore got by Seattle by a run, and the White Sox were all over the Texas Rangers 8-1. Darryl Strawberry sent this ball into the cheap seats. His 31st homer of the season to help power the surging Mets past the Padres 9-2. Howard Johnson, Hojo, also a homer to pull New York within 4.5 games of St. Louis. Houston's Billy Hatcher broke open a tied ball game with this 2-run triple in the 8th as the Astros got by the Cubs 4-2. Houston is just a half game behind the West-leading Giants. Meanwhile, Mesa's Mickey Hatcher drove in 2 runs as the Dodgers snapped a 3-game winning streak and the Philadelphia Phillies 5-1. Earl Hershiser went the distance, picking up 8 strikeouts. Terry Pendleton's first-inning single brought home Ozzie Smith and Tommy Herr as the Cardinals never looked back. St. Louis routed the Reds 12-6 and swept the 3-game weekend series. Let's take a look at the rest of the National League. San Francisco continues to lead the West after beating the Expos 5-3, and Atlanta got by the Pirates. In PCL action today, the Firebirds swept a twin bill from the Dukes. The Birds remain 1 game up in the Southern Division. The ASU Sun Devils came down from the mountains yesterday. The defending Rose Bowl champs completed another session at Camp Tonazona. ASU will start practice here in the Valley tomorrow as the Associated Press's 14th rated team. Taking a look at the top 10, it's a Big 8 battle for the #1 spot as Oklahoma and Nebraska find themselves at 1 and 2. UCLA, the Pac-10 favorite, is number 3. Ohio State comes in 4th while Auburn grabs the 5th slot. The second 5 has LSU, Michigan, Florida State, Clemson, and Miami of Florida. ASU has a lock on that 14th position. The NFL has found another home for the upcoming season on the All Sports Network. It was prime time, showtime, tonight in San Diego. The Rams and Chargers getting together for a preseason contest. The Rams took the lead 20-14 when Gerald Harris ran this one in with 5:20 left to play. But the Chargers came right back to go up 21-20. Things were in doubt until Mike Lansford hit this 30-yard field goal with seconds to play, giving the Rams a 23-21 victory. On the PGA Tour today, the Western Open from Oak Brook, Illinois. Rain delayed the first 2 rounds, so the tournament turned out to be a 54-hole shootout. David Frost gets the shot of the day with his 60-foot birdie on the 16th hole.
There you go. As I said.
But the man bringing home the $144,000 was B.A. WEIBRING. It was his first tour victory since 1979. The leaderboard finds WEIBRING on top, followed by Greg Norman and Larry Nelson. At the LPGA's Atlantic City Classic, Betsy King was your winner. King rolled in 6 birdies on the front 9 to finish at 6 under. Nancy Lopez and Sherry Turner finished 2 and 3. And finally, Rodney Mullen, the 6-time world champion freestyle skateboarder, was in town today. Mullen gave an awesome demonstration of his skills at Paradise Valley Mall. The 19-year-old University of Florida student has won over 100 tournaments worldwide, and about 100 people turned out to see Rodney gain some respect. That's all for sports. That was the highlights and the lowlights. I'm Patrick Sturgeon.